Hey guys, I'm taking you on a drive with me because I just got the news that my best friend is dying. And yeah, I think it's weird that I want to make a video right now, but I want to make a video on this side of her leaving here. Not because she'll see it or anything like that, although she may, but because I don't know. I guess for me, I want to make it before she leaves here. I want to make it while she's still here. She called me and told me that it's my friend Sandra. They opened her up and she had cancer all through her small intestines and her large intestines. Now, Sandra, she beat cancer 3 times. I was so amazed by that. When I met her, I was the prayer coordinator at Trinity Baptist Church. And it was my job to go through the congregation of people that were there prior to the service and to get them, take them back into the prayer room. And back there, I would take prayer requests, and then we would pray. We would join hands in a circle, and we would pray. And Sandra had cancer then, but she didn't ask for prayer for herself. She asked for prayer for Jack, because Jack was on the road and he was a truck driver. Now, Jack's the one that I gave the kidney to, but I didn't know him then. So, much like when I was in jail, I did the same thing in jail before we locked down, you know? Went to all the cells and asked if anyone wanted to come out and pray before they locked us down into our cells. I just find that ironic that God had me doing the same thing at this church. Just a different group of people. So that's how I met Sandra. And like I said, she had cancer and I didn't know it. And one of the times that we came outside the room, Sandra's a giver. She's always been a giver. But one of the times we came outside the room, she asked me if I would take any clothes, you know, what size I was, and she said she had all these clothes. And I said I would, you know, I'd come over and go through them. And she said, will you pray for me, please, because I'm going to be having chemotherapy, and then they're going to do surgery. She said, I've got a mass the size of a softball. And I think it was on her liver. It's been so long ago, guys. It's been about 20 years ago. And I had never been around anybody with cancer. So it was new for me. But all I can say is that when she asked me that, I felt God smile on the inside of me. I've never felt that before, and it was very overwhelming. It was like the sun after a night of darkness. I don't know how to describe it any other way. I said, yes, I am going to pray, but I can already tell you that God is going to do this. He is going to remove that cancer. So we became friends. She began to come over to the trailer that I lived. I think it was the year 2000, 2001. It was right after my mother had passed. I was in a depression. Sorry guys. I was in a depression over that. My mom was 56 when she died. But Sandra came over and brought hot soup. She didn't even know, this one time, she didn't even know that I had the flu. I mean, she didn't even know that I couldn't feed my kids, and she brought jars. She brought a jar of hot soup. It was hot. She had just made it. I had prayed. I couldn't feed my kids. And I said, God, what am I going to do? Because I can't take care of my children. And here she came. She didn't know. And that was the first of many, 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 many things she did for me and for my boys. Sandra used to come and pick us up because I didn't have a car. And she would take us to the mountains. She's the one that took us to the mountains, and she would take us to eat because I didn't have the money to eat. And she would take us and she would pay for it. I'm in shock right now. I'm just trying to process this. And she beat that cancer, and she was cancer free. I remember 10 years later, I remember she went to her doctor's appointment and they told her she was cancer free and she didn't have to come back anymore. I'm not going to keep making this video. I'm probably going to make some videos in the future when it's not happening or something after she's gone. I do want to say this. Last year at this time, we were apart from each other because of the stupid COVID stuff, and we had disagreements over that. And we were apart from each other. And I had 2 dreams about her saying she was going to go home. And I knew what that meant. I knew what that meant. And I found out later that she had had a heart attack after she got that vaccination. She had a heart attack, I guess it was a week after or something. And I found out about that. I didn't know it. But of course I had had those dreams. And I talked to her about this a few months ago, you know. About those dreams. And she told me she had been in bed for 3 months at one stint last year. She couldn't get out of bed. She's been in a lot of pain. But she told me that she's ready and she wants to see her mom and she wants to see her dad and all that. She told me that last, I guess it was November or the beginning of December, when she called me and invited me over. Actually, no, it was before that. Anyway, when we talked on the phone, she called me earlier. She told me. And of course, she was trying to be strong. And of course, I was like, Now you tell me how you really feel. Because it's me you're talking to. Because she was being very factual, and she was telling me all this, and she was telling me, tell the people that are praying for me. Will you tell them? And I said, yes, I will. But I want you to tell me how you really feel about this. She said, I'm happy. I'm happy. Because I'm tired of hurting. I've been in a lot of pain, and I'm happy. And she is. She knows where she's going, and she knows who she's going to see. Because she got to see heaven one time. She told me about that. And she's happy. But we got to talk. We got to talk. We got to talk. And that was a gift. Because she's not left yet. She is going to go on the morphine drip when she gets home, but I guess I just wanted to come and process this. And I wanted to look at the place where we hiked so many times. So I guess I'm making this video to ask you guys to pray, because I lost 3 best friends in 1 year. I can't remember which year it was now. But I don't think it's going to be anything like losing her. And I don't want to lose her. But I know that the place that she's going is so much better than here. I know it for a fact because I saw it. I got to go there for just a little bit, and I saw it. And I want that for her, and I told God that yesterday. When I did pray, I prayed yesterday. I want that for her, guys. But the loss, I have to go through that. And I don't want to go through it alone. So I'm being selfish. I'm being selfish. And I'm bringing you guys into this because I'm going to need the support. I'm going to need the support. And I don't know when I'm going to make my next video. So just bear with me, okay?